of your hip bones, spreading your toes nice and wide, softening the knees, and then really try to lengthen up through the inner thighs, lengthening up through the waist, and out through the crown of the head. Really want to feel long through your body. Those 3 points through the feet, base of the big toe, base of the little toe, centre of the heel. Let your shoulder blades relax down the back. And we're just going to start with a little bit of mobility for the joints. So firstly with the neck, you're going to turn your head gently to one side as if you're looking over one shoulder. And then come back to centre. And then turn to the other side. And then coming back to centre. All the time, imagine the crown of the head is lifting you up as you twist. Turning the head, let your shoulders stay relaxed. Centre, turn, and centre. Now I want you to move from your shoulder blades. So you're just going to let your shoulder blades glide up your back, and then let them go. Taking a breath in as you lift the shoulders, breathing out, release. Breathing in to lift, out, release. Just do a few more of those. No tension in the neck, just allowing your shoulder blades to move, gliding up and down. Feel free to send me a wave or love hearts if you're enjoying it. Or one more. And release. Now if you take your thumbs and just find the very top of your thigh bone, so not right up on the hips, but top of the thigh bones, holding just there, and then bring your fingers into that crease that you get in your hip joint. So it's just about in line with your pubic bone. And all you're going to do is take one foot off the floor, so you're lifting a knee, and then bring that back down. Lift the other knee, and lower. Lift, and lower. So you're just allowing your thigh bone to drop back and down into your hip socket. Good, mobilising at the hip. You're keeping your pelvis and spine in a good neutral position. So you're not moving from your spine to get your knee there. That's staying neutral. Just hinging from your hip. 1 and 2. Just do one more each leg. And then we're going to bend the knees. Keep the knees bent and just hinge from your hips. So again, you increase that crease in that space where your fingers are, keeping your spine long, and then lengthen back up. Just keep the knees bent. Hinge from your hips and extend. So from the side, it's this nice long spine. You're not rounding at all. And return. Hinge, return, hinge, return. One more. Keep the knees bent. Hinge, return, and then lengthen the legs. So that's where you want to move from your hip joint when you do a squat. So we're going to take that into squats now. So I'd like you to shift your weight towards the front of the feet. So all that weight is through the toes, the heels are just brushing the floor. You can keep your hands here for some feedback. And you hinge from your hips, bending your knees to go into that squat, as if you're about to sit back into the chair, and then you lengthen back up. So now you've extended through your hips. You flex through your hips. Lengthen up. Hello if you've just joined. So from the side, we're hinging from your hips. You're keeping your spine long. You're not dropping down through your chest. You'll be glancing down towards the floor as you come down and then looking straight ahead as you come up. So you're keeping that good posture, that alignment through your spine. Keep the weight through the front of the feet, because then we're taking that focus out of the front of the thighs and more around the back of the hips for good functional movement. Weight through the front of the feet as you squat. Once you've got that pattern, you can add the arms. So you're going to lengthen the arms, press them back behind you as you squat, and then reach them out in front as you stand tall. And squat. Good. Keep that going. Hello, hello, those of you who have just joined. Last one. And then we're going to mobilise the spine a little bit more. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to take your chin towards your chest. Start rolling down through your spine. But you're not just collapsing down or hinging from your hips. You're looking for even flexion through your spine. So one vertebra at a time, rolling down. Keep your knees soft so the focus is through the spine. Take a breath in and then breathe out, roll back up. So you're rebuilding your spine, bone by bone. Thank you for the love hearts. I can't see who they're from, but they keep popping up. So I know you're still there. Roll down through your spine, bone by bone. And rolling back up. One more roll down. Imagine there's a weight on your tailbone. One vertebra lifting up and over. Keep the knees soft. And then rolling back up. On your next roll down, you're going to go all the way down. So you just allow your knees to bend when you need to. No straining through the legs. Bring your hands down. Bring your pelvis down. And then we're going to come into the relaxation position, lying on your back. So you want to have your feet hip width. And parallel, come down into the relaxation position. Your chin should be just parallel to the floor. So if you need a little towel or a little cushion just to lift the head, you can use that. You might not need it. And then just allow your body to release here. So letting go of any unwanted tension. Let your thigh bones drop down into the hips. Make sure you're not in a pelvic tilt, so you're not imprinting the lower back into the mat. You feel your tailbone on the mat, but you should have a natural lumbar curve there. Allow your ribs to release down. And then shoulder blades wide across the back. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Let your shoulders release, turn your palms in. Now as you breathe in, you're going to open your arms out. As you breathe out, float the arms back up. Breathing in, reach the arms long to open in the shoulders. Breathing out, release. You're going to keep your head in the centre. Just do one more breath. Opening the arms and close, and then turn your palms so now they face away from you. On your next out breath, you're going to fold one knee in, so the knee just comes up over your hip. On your next out breath, bring your other knee up. So you're in this chair position, again making sure that you're not tilting the pelvis, so your tailbone is still down, but in that good neutral position. We're going to go into toe tap, so you're going to hinge from your hip to bring one toe or one foot towards the floor, and then bring it back up. Other side, you press the thigh away, and you draw it back in. So you're not moving from your knee to get your foot down, you're moving from your hip, hinging from your hip. Don't worry if you don't go all the way down to the floor. So it's really important that you keep your pelvis in neutral. You don't want to go so far and feel your pelvis being pulled out and arch your back. So just be aware of that. Move within your own range. Single leg toe taps. Good. Breathe in to take the leg down. Breathe out. Use your centre to bring the knee back in. you can add alternating. So as one comes up, the other one goes down. And change. And change. Breathe into the back of your ribs. Couple more. Like I said, we're not going to do loads of reps. So if there's an exercise you're doing and you really don't like it, you don't have to panic, it's not going to go on forever. So we're going to keep the legs in this position. And then just press your arms down, feeling your shoulders connected in the back. And then take the arms back up. Breathing in, press them down. Breathing out. Coming up, keep that going, press the arms down as if you've got heavy weights at the back of your arms, you've got to press, feeling some resistance there. Now we can add reaching one leg out as you press the arms. Draw it back in, reach the other leg away, and back in. Press both arms, send that leg right out from the hip. No twisting in the pelvis. Remember to keep sending that breath down into the back and side of your ribcage. Last set. Good. Now, if you turn your legs out from the hips, so you're turning out from here, so your toes come together, your knees come apart, and we're going to keep the arms up towards the ceiling. Now as you press your arms down, you're going to curl yourself up, chin towards the chest, long through the back of the neck, and then coming back down, your arms come to the ceiling. Breathing out as you curl up, connect in that centre, sliding your front ribs down towards your waist. Breathing in, come back down, arms to the ceiling. Breathing out, curling up. Breathing in, return. Just do two more. Curl up. Control the movement. One more. Press those arms down. Calming down. Now you're going to take hold at the back of one side. Be careful that you don't twist in the shoulders or in your pelvis. You're going to curl yourself up, hug this knee towards your chest, send your other leg out. And then stay curled up as you change. So you're into single leg stretch. The legs are turned out from your hips. Try and stay curled up over your breastbone. Send that breath into the back of your ribs. Reach that leg out as much as you draw the knee in. One more set. Good. And just bring your head down for a moment. Hug your knees into your chest. Circle around with the knees just to release the lower back. Circle the other way. Good. Okay, you're going to take hold at the back of one side. So I'm going to take hold of my left side first. You're going to slide, bring the right leg down and slide that leg away from you. So again, make sure you're in a neutral pelvis. Push that leg away and really press it down into the mat. So you're really keeping this hip nice and stable. We don't want to lift up through this hip bone at all. Draw this knee towards your chest, shoulders relax, and then stretch that leg up just until you feel a stretch and then bend. Keep that going. Bend and stretch. Good. Couple more stretches. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to lengthen that leg up towards the ceiling. If you need to keep the knee bent, that's fine. Stretch it out as much as you can. Bring your arms down. Now you're going to keep your pelvis stable as you bring this leg across towards the other leg. Bring it back through, and now take it away from you, keeping this hip bone down. From side to side. Steady pelvis. You can press through the back of your arms to help anchor your shoulder blades. And then we're going to go into leg circles. So now you take it across, take it down, around, and up. Remember to keep breathing. Just 3 circles. Pelvis grounded. Now go the other way to the outside of the body, down, around, and up. So we don't want that pelvis rocking around. Good. And then bend this knee in. Now you're going to take hold at the back of this thigh. Curl yourself up, lift the other leg. And now we're going into single leg stretch. Now your legs are in parallel. Bring one knee in, and then the other. Reach that leg out from the hip. Stretch it out. And then bring your head down. Now you're holding the back of the other thigh. So I'm now holding my right thigh, left leg reaching away, pressing down into the floor. Tailbone on the mat. Stretch the leg up and bend. You're not forcing anything, just keep it moving. Stretch and release. Stretch and release. Remember, nice deep breaths into the back of your ribs, into the side of the ribs. Couple more stretches. And then straighten that leg up. Bring your arms down to the mat. Take the leg across the body towards the other side, towards the other leg, and then bring it back up. Now take it away. Make sure the other hip doesn't lift up. From side to side. Focusing on that pelvic stability. Keep your shoulders grounded. And then on the next one, we're going to go into circles. So you take it across, down, around, and up. 2 more circles this way. Keep your pelvis as steady as you can, so drawing up through the pelvic floor. Other way, abdominals in towards the spine. Breathe. 1 more. Good, now bring this leg in towards you. Take hold at the back of that thigh. Bring your other leg in and up. And now curl yourself up. Chin towards your chest, long neck. Draw this leg in towards you as you press the other one away. And then change. So we're into scissors now. No twisting in your pelvis or your shoulder girdle. Keep breathing. Remember, if you need to take a break, we'll just go back to a previous exercise, that's fine. 1 more set. And then bend both knees in, bring your head down. Allow your head just to roll naturally to one side as you hug those knees in. Bring it back through to center, across to the other side. And then head back to center. Now bring one foot down. Slide that leg out. And bring the other knee just over your hip. Just check your alignment, pelvis in neutral. And now interlink your fingers. So you're making this support for your head. Hands come to the back of the head. So this straight leg really reaches out from your hip. Heavy head in your hands. As you breathe out, you're going to aim your armpit up and over towards that knee. Breathe in, come down. Breathing out, oblique curl. Keep your elbows wide. Think of your lower rib coming up and over towards that hip. So you're really getting that twist through your abdominals. 1 more curl up. Now hold it here. Stay there and you're going to see if you can lift that straight leg up. And down. And up. Still with me? And down. 2 more leg lifts. No twisting in the pelvis. And lift. Now bend that knee and stretch the other leg out so you go into crisscross. Twist. And twist. Armpit towards the knee. Your elbows are staying wide. a moment, just to have a breather. So with that straight leg, you're reaching it out from your hip, pressing it into the mat. Make sure your tailbone is down. Big breath into the back of your ribs. As you breathe out, armpit reaches up towards the knee. And breathe in, head down. Breathing out, a big curl up. So you're using those muscles around the waist. Heavy head. So you're not just pulling yourself up with your arms. All that work is in the abdominals. On this next one, you're going to hold it up there. Stay there so you can lift that straight leg. And lower. Breathing, lift. And lower. This is when you want to smile. And one more. Lift. And draw that leg into crisscross. And switch. And switch. It's just your upper half that's twisting. Keep the pelvis stable. One more set. And then bring your head down. Hug your knees into your chest. And then bring one foot down. And then the other. Slide the legs out. Reach the arms overhead. And a big circle. Bring them down. Slide one leg in. And then the other. So we're going to do hip rolls, either with your feet here, arms out to the side, and you turn through the feet as your knees go across to the side. Keep your shoulder blade on the mat. And then you draw the knees back through using your oblique abdominals again. Or the harder version is the knees up, legs together. So connect those inner thighs. And if you're bringing the knees up, let's bring the arms up to the ceiling. So if your feet are down, arms stay down. If your knees are up, bring your arms up, turning your palms into each other. As the knees go across to one side, you bring that opposite arm out. Bring the arm back through as the knees come to centre. And to the other side. So remember, you can always take it down to feet on the floor. Be careful you don't allow your opposite shoulder to lift from the mat. One more each side. And then when you're done, you bring one foot down, and then the other. And roll around. So you're going to come onto your front, but up into a 4-point kneeling position. So you want to have, good, you're still with me, you haven't given up. Knees under your hips, hands under the shoulders. So in a good tabletop position, you don't want to be tucking under with the tailbone at all. So if you think of those sitting bones, those bony parts in your bum cheeks, you're pushing out behind you, so you get that good lumbar curve. Then just allow your ribs to lift up. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Slide your shoulder blades down the back. Take a breath in and extend out through your breastbone. Press the sitting bones out even more so you've extended your spine. As you breathe out, coming through, tuck your tailbone and go rounding into the cat. One more time, go through into extension. And then into flexion. And then come back through into your tabletop. Now we're going to just spice this up a little bit. So you slide one leg out, bring it out to the side of you. So we're going to keep this leg here now. Triangle cat stretch here. So tuck your tailbone, rounding your butt. And come all the way back through. Now carefully go through that extension. Really trying to lift your breastbone out and up, shoulder blades down the back to get into that thoracic extension. Now come back through to neutral. You're going to take your opposite hand to the leg that you've stretched out and reach that through. So it's a threading the needle with a twist. You're going to bend your supporting arm as you reach that arm through. And then come back through and do that again. So you're going to reach. Try not to twist your pelvis, it's just your spine that's rotating. One more. Reach the arm, bend that supporting arm to get the twist. And then replace your hand. Now you take your other hand. So now you're going to reach the arm away from that leg. Bend your supporting arm. And coming through. Two more this way. Reach. Your head is coming down, straight in line with your spine. Keep your pelvis square, so the sitting bones still aiming out behind you. And then replace that hand. Slide the leg back in line with the hip, draw it in. Other side, so you take the leg out. I'll go this way this time. Take the leg out and out to the side. So keep this leg here. Just do one cat, tucking your tailbone, rounding your back, and then extend, lift out through your breastbone, sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Come back through to neutral spine. You take your other hand, so you're reaching towards that leg that's out towards the side, but threading the needle, and coming back through. Shoulders nice and wide, down away from your ears. Reach, and pressing up. So one side you press up on that supporting arm. Last time, reach, and replace the hand. Now other side, other arm. So you reach away from the leg now. Bend your supporting arm. Visualize your rib cage rotating around that central axis of your spine. Don't let those shoulders creep up to your ears. Last one. Reach. And then replace your hand. Bring the leg back and slide it in. Now go back to your first leg. Slide it out into a tabletop. Lift the leg and reach your opposite arm. So you're reaching long. Now you'll go, actually I will go this way so you can see what the arm is doing. You're going to reach your elbow back. Keep the leg lifted. Then press the arm back behind you. Bring the arm out to the side and overhead. Again, you draw the elbow back. Press the arm out to the side, forward. Keep it going. Your leg stays lifted. And you're really focusing on keeping that good alignment through your pelvis and spine. One more time. Press back. Circle around. Reach fingers from toes. Stay there so you just pulse that leg a little higher. No bouncing, just press up through the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. And then bring the hand under the shoulder, knee under the hip. Take the other leg out. I'm just turning so you can see the arm. And then lift that leg, both hip bones, stay level, no twisting through your pelvis. Reach out through your arm with your shoulder blade drawing down the back. Leg stays lifted, elbow back. Press back through the arm, bring it out to the side and overhead. No collapsing through the centre. So keep those ribs, those lower ribs, connected in towards the spine. Good. Someone sending me love hearts. Thank you. Last one. Press back. And keep that arm lifted. And lift that leg a little bit higher. Little pulses. Those abdominals don't drop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand under the shoulder. Bring your leg back in. Toes together. Just round your back into the rest position for a moment. Take a couple of deep breaths there. Let your head release to the mat. Fingertips reaching away from your sitting bones. Deep breaths. And from here, just uncurl and then come down onto your front for some upper back extension. So you're going to have your legs hip width and parallel. Feet or toes reaching away. Check that you're not tucking the tailbone under. So you want to have a neutral pelvis position lying on the mat here as well. Arms reaching long with your palms turned up, turn your head to one side. And really try and slide your shoulder blades down your back, like they're reaching into your back pockets. You're going to turn your head to the mat. Lift up through your breastbone, turn your palms in, and if you can, all the way down. Reaching long through the crown of the head. And then lower down, and release. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Lift up, turning your palms in towards the legs and down. Keep lifted through the breastbone. And lower down. Release, turning your head to the side. And then come back up. Get that opening through the front of the shoulder as you turn from the top of the arm in the shoulder. Now you can progress this, adding some load to the upper back. So you come up, stay there as you bring your arms into a T or all the way overhead. Pull the arms back and lower down. Now there shouldn't be any straining in your lower back. So if you need to keep it just in that dart, for now that's fine. You will feel work in the back, but no straining, please. Let's just do one more of whichever version you're on. Arms into a T, arms overhead. Keep the breastbone lifted, no dropping down. Legs reaching long. And then from there, reach your arms straight out overhead. Slide the shoulders down, lift up through the breastbone. Now you're going to stay lifted. You lift one arm as you lift the opposite leg. And lower. And switch to the other side. Lower. Your pelvis is staying grounded. So you're not lifting so high that you lift your hip bone or twist in the pelvis. So you can keep lifted through the breastbone. Sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Just do one more if you can each side. Lift and lower. And then just release down and roll onto one side. So you're going to lengthen the legs out. You can either rest your head on your underneath arm or prop yourself up. Just slide your legs forward towards the front of your mat, so they're at a diagonal angle. Make sure you're not tucking your pelvis under, so you're still in a good alignment through the pelvis. Ribs connect into the waist. Feel your shoulder blades. Draw down the back. Now lift this top leg to hip height. Bring it back in line with your hip. Reach that leg long and flex your foot. So you're pushing your heel away from you. This arm can just support in front. Now keep pressing through that heel as you slide the leg forward. Point, bring the leg back behind your hip. Flex the leg forward, being careful you don't just swing it forward and bring your pelvis with it. Bring your leg back, really opening through the hip, but being careful you don't flare your rib cage. So again, the focus is all on the alignment and the control through the body. Breathe into that mid-back area of your ribs. One more. Press forward and take it back. And then bring that leg back on top of the other leg, turn them out. So really think of drawing up through your inner seam of your leggings, up through the inner thighs, up through the pelvic floor. Keep the waist long. You're going to lift this leg up and bring it just in front to tap the floor, up and over towards the back to tap. Now you turn the leg out as it taps forward, turn the leg in towards the hip as it taps back. So it's heel towards the front, toes up towards the back. Keep long through the waist. Up and over, up and over. One more. Forward and back, lift up and over, and just bring those legs together. Bend them in and go up and over to the other side. So you're propped up, or you can rest your head down. Point the leg, take it behind your hip. Flex forward. Point back, keep your ribs connected to the waist. You don't want any flaring of your rib cage. So it's as much about what isn't moving here as what is. Flex it forward. Point back. One more. Breathe fully. And then bring that leg on top of the other one. Turn the legs out from the hips, really connect up through those inner thighs. Long waist, lift the leg. Bring it forward to tap the heel. Up and over to tap the toes. Again, keep that stability through your torso. Trying to release any tension around the upper body, around the shoulders and the neck. Control the movement through your center. 2 more times. Up and over. Up and over. And then bring the legs together. Now from here, come up onto one elbow. Actually, we'll come up, all the way up. So you're sitting, hold onto your ankle. Take a breath and float this arm up. You're going to reach up and over into a side reach. Keep sinking that sitting bone down. And then come back through. One more time. Float the arm up and over. And release. And just swing your legs over to the other side. Take a breath in, float the arm. Breathe out, lift up and over. Breathe into that space. And out. Breathing in. And out. And from here, come up onto one knee. Slide your other leg out. And you're going to wrap your arm around your waist and reach this arm over. Keep this leg long. Now you can hold it there, or you can bring the hand behind the head. Bring your other hand behind your head. Stay low. See if you can reach out to add some load, and then coming back up. And again, sorry, I was here. Up and over. Hand behind the head, optional. Hand behind the head. Reach longer. Use your center to press up. Someone likes this. They're giving me hearts. Good. Up and over. And hand to the head. Hand to the head. Reaching long. Use that waist to lift you up. And then go over into the side reach. And then let's go to the other side. So just take your other leg out. Hug the waist. Reach up and over. You're trying to get as low as you can. Reaching long. Hand behind the head. See if you can reach and reach. Up. And again, lift out of the waist. You can just hold it here or hand behind the head. Hand behind the head. Reach. Adding extra load. Draw up through your center. One more. Up and over. Keep breathing. That leg is reaching out. Up and over all the way into a side reach. And then from here, coming onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees still under your hips. Slide one leg out. Oh, I need to come forward on my mat. Slide one leg out, tuck the toes. Other leg swivel into a plank. Now you're going to turn. Lift this arm and then reach overhead as you press up through your hips. Come back through and then we're going to add a twist. So you reach this arm, twisting through. Come back up. See if you can just twist back a little bit. Don't let your pelvis follow. And twist. Twisting back. One more time. Twist. Twisting back. And then replace this hand. Go through into your plank. We're going to go to the other side. Now you've got to see the back of me now. Reaching up. and lift that underneath waist, stretching that side. Coming back through and then reaching the arm under to twist forward through the ribs. Arm comes up, so you can twist back, don't let your hips follow. Twist forward, and up and twist back. Press that supporting arm into your mat to keep you stable through the shoulder. One more. That one's hard, is it? It is hard. I'm sweating. Told you this one was going to be challenging. From there, go into your plank and press up into your pike. So sitting bones towards the ceiling, pressing through your heels, and then bend your knees, come back down with control. Come to sit. We are nearly done. Sit up on your sitting bones. Now, if with legs straight, it means you're going to lose your neutral and your back here, please don't stay there. Bend your knees. So that allows you to bring your pelvis and spine into good alignment. So I'd rather you sit bent knee rather than forcing the legs out and being in poor posture. So feel those sitting bones anchored. Reach your arms out, slide your shoulder blades down the back, and really try and lift out of the waist. Now, we're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine your ribs are lifting up as you flex forward. Imagine I'm just holding a hand behind your waist, in front of your waist rather, and you're having to draw your abdominals in. So it's reach up and over. So we're not just collapsing down, it's a real lift up as you flex forward. Breathing in, rebuild your spine, looking straight ahead. Breathing out, stretch it forward, draw the abdominals in, and breathing in, restack. One more, lift up and out of the waist. Draw those abdominals in, breathe in, lengthen. Now take your legs a little bit wider than your hips. Again, bent knees is fine. Reach your arms out to the side, shoulder blades down in the back, lift up through the crown of the head. Now twist through your waist, reach your little finger towards your little toe as you lift that back arm. Come through center, twist and flex forward, draw the abdominals in, lift, center, twist, blow all the air out to empty the lungs and close your rib cage. Twist, thank you for the hearts. It does make a difference knowing that there are people there because I can't see any of you. And twist. Just do one more, keep the arms long and your shoulder blades down away from your ears. And twist, reach those arms long, draw the abdominals in. And then relax your arms down. From here, cross the legs over, still feeling those sitting bones. Now, you don't want to allow your sitting bones to lift from the mat. Arms in front of you, breathe in and lengthen the spine. Breathe out, walk your fingers away from you, keeping those sitting bones grounded. Take a breath in, and then breathe out. Roll back in and up, slide your shoulder blades down the back. Now, just switch your leg position, because we do tend to favour one way of cross-legged sitting. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, walk the arms away. Don't allow the sitting bones to lift from the mat. Take a big breath in. Now, as you breathe out, you're going to walk your arms across to one side. Keep your opposite sitting bone anchored. So you're getting a stretch down that side. Breathe into that. And then breathing out, come back through to centre. Breathe in. Breathe out, reach your arms across to the other side. That opposite sitting bone is staying on the mat. Really lengthen down that side. Breathe into that. Breathing out, walk the fingers back through to centre, shoulders down away from your ears. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw in through your centre to bring your hands back in. Slide
through the crown of the head. Keep your legs as straight as you can and walk your hands into your feet. Then bend your knees. Slowly roll yourself back up.
Coming up to stand. Standing with your feet under your hips like we started with, parallel feet. Knees soft. Reach your arms long as you lengthen up through the crown of the head. Take a breath in, reach your arms up. As you breathe out, roll down through your spine, bone by bone. Notice whether that feels a bit more freer than the one you did at the beginning. Rolling back up, rebuild, bone on top of bone, slide your shoulder blades down the back. Breathing in, float your arms up. Keep those shoulders down, ribs connected into the waist. Now as you breathe out, this time you're going to lift up through your breastbone to go into a little back bend, but don't press through your pelvis. Keeping a neutral pelvis just through the upper back extension. And then return. Arms down. We're just going to add a twist, float the arms up. Go into that extension one more time. Twist to one side. And centre. Twist to the other side. Your hips are staying square. And centre. Back to neutral spine, so you're looking straight ahead. Shoulders down, press the arms out. And down. And then shake everything out. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for joining me. I am sorry I did run over, but got a little bit carried away there. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please feedback. And I do run classes on Zoom that you can join. So I'm Kemp Pilates on Instagram. My website is Flimwell Pilates, and you can find the timetable there. If you have any questions, if you'd like to join, please get in touch. Huge thank you to Asquith for inviting me back, and enjoy the rest of your day. Go and drink lots of water, and hopefully see you again soon. Bye for now.